Well, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, or whatever time or wherever or whenever you're watching the show. A big warm welcome to this 2021 Chinese New Year celebration online. My name is William Mulford. I'm the Managing Director of the Chinese Welfare Association. And here is my colleague Rebecca, and we will be your hosts for today's proceedings. We're delighted to be able to come here to the Northwest and to celebrate Chinese New Year virtually. Who would have thought that a year ago, meeting in front of screens would become the norm? But we are ready in full force to celebrate 2021 Year of the Ox, the Year of the Ox, which speaks of strength, resilience, keeping positive and keeping safe. I hope that by watching today's short show, you will certainly feel more positive about the year ahead. We'd like to give a big thank you first and foremost to Derry City and Strabane District Council for awarding us the opportunity to make all of this possible. And also we'd like to thank the Chinese Chamber of Commerce, the Chinese Welfare Association, and the SIPAC Chinese Community Organization. Before we begin, we have some housekeeping rules. So first of all, remember to keep your microphone in mute. This session will be recorded for those who can't be with us today. So if you don't want to be seen, then please feel to turn off your camera. Also make sure that if you can, in Zoom, that you switch your mode to speaker view. That will give you the best experience. How are you today, Rebecca?
Hello everyone, hello William， 大家好啊，好歡迎參加我哋今日嘅慶祝活動，希望各位喺屋企嗰度咧都可以感受到新年氣氛。首先咧，我哋好感謝德利市政府提供今次活動嘅經費嘅，亦都好感謝西北會、華福會同埋華商會嘅支持。我哋今次嘅活動係會錄音㗎，所以如果咧你唔想出現喺鏡頭前面嘅話咧，就希望你將鏡頭翻上，同埋喺我哋節目嘅放送當中咧，希望大家將個咪咧調到去靜音嗰度㗎。大家好，歡迎參加我們的新年活動。首先，我們很感謝德里市政府提供整個活動的經費，也很感謝西北會、華福會還有華商會的支持。我們今天的活動會錄影的，所以要是你不想出現的話，請你把鏡頭關上。還有我們在節目當中的時候，希望你把麥克風調到去靜音。
Well, that was the lion dance, which, of course, if you know anything about Chinese traditions and culture, this is the quintessential beginning of any auspicious event.
舞獅咧當然就係新年唔可以缺少嘅節目啦。
It's now time to turn our attention to Tommy Young, who is the chair of the SIPAC Chinese Community Association, and he would like to give us a few words from the comfort of his own home.
跟住落嚟咧，我哋有請西北會主席楊偉雄先生為我哋致歡迎詞。
恭喜發財，各位尊貴嘉賓、先生、女士、小朋友，午安！歡迎大家參與今次由西北華人協會及北愛華福會合辦嘅網上農曆新年慶典賀金牛新春節目。喺過去嘅一年，因為疫情嘅關係，我哋每個人都受到影響，不論係日常生活或者工作方面都有好大嘅轉變。對西北嘅運作又係一個挑戰，雖然有好多活動都唔能夠預期舉行同慶祝，但係新春活動係不能缺少嘅項目，特別喺今年對我哋慶祝新年係更加重要。希望新年能夠帶俾我哋歡樂同快樂。多謝科技發展，令我哋今年可以喺網上同大家慶祝新年，繼續我哋傳統。喺疫情嘅底下，令到我哋更加守望相助。多謝同事同義工勞心勞力地爭取翻嚟嘅資金。西北亦得到政府機構同團體嘅支持同支援。要多謝中國領事館捐贈手套同口罩給予華人社區使用。北愛華福會同北愛華商會咁多年嘅支持，德里及史拔丹市政廳嘅資助，從移民中心彩票資金裏面嘅義款，西北委員同義工嘅寶貴時間，以及有份參與今次新春節目嘅所有工作人員，不論當地或海外。最重要有一班咁多年支持我哋嘅西北支持者，同埋現時睇緊呢個節目嘅觀眾，喺呢度代表西北衷心多謝你哋。喺來臨嘅一年，希望疫情快啲過去，一切恢復如常。祝大家牛年行好運，身體健康，萬事如意。恭喜發財 everyone! Distinguished guests, ladies, gentlemen, and children, good afternoon. I welcome you all to this virtual Chinese New Year celebration event, Year of the Ox, organized by SIPAC and the Chinese Welfare Association. In the past year, because of the pandemic, all our lives has been disrupted. For SIPAC, this was challenging. Although there were some events that had to be cancelled or didn't go ahead, not celebrate Chinese New Year as a Chinese community cannot happen. More than ever, it is important that we gathering as a community and celebrate this Year of the Ox, hoping this year can bring us joy and happiness. Thanks to technology, we can celebrate Chinese New Year virtually and continue our tradition. In this climate, it's important that we help and support each other. I would like to thank our SIPAC community and volunteers for the past year for all their hard work and dedication. We have been received a lot of help and support from different organizations. Thank you, Consulate General of the Republic of China in Belfast, who donated face masks and gloves to our Chinese community last year. Thank you, Chinese Welfare Association and Chinese Commons of Chamber for their support all this year. Thank you, Derry and Subang District Council for their funding. Thank you, Common Relief Funding. Without them, SIPAC could not operate as normal. And also, all the people involved in this virtual Chinese New Year event, no matter locally or overseas. Nevertheless, every one of you watching this event, on the behalf of SIPAC, I sincerely thank you all for your support throughout the year. Hope everything will back to normal soon. Wishing you all plenty of luck in the Year of the Ox, good health, good fortune. Let us enjoy the show. Thank you.
Thank you, Tommy, for those kind words. And he did mention that we have received a lot of support from the Derry City and Strabane District Council. So without any further ado, we'd like to invite the Mayor of Derry, Brian Turney, to speak to us.
過去咧，西北一直都得到市政府嘅鼎力支持㗎。跟住落嚟咧，我哋有請德利市長為我哋致辭。
Today marks Chinese New Year, and as Mayor of Derry City and Strabane District Council, I would like to wish everyone within our local community and indeed further afield a very happy and prosperous Chinese New Year. We have got strong connections in the city and district with China. We've welcomed many delegations to our city to showcase what we have to offer, and we've also sent delegations of mayors in past years out to China to make strong connections with that part of the world to try and bring investment back into our city and district. I know that the Spring Festival is centuries old, and many people will have been getting their houses cleaned and decorated and ready to celebrate the Chinese New Year. Unfortunately, this year we're going to have to do it all online, as we've been doing many other events. So as Mayor of Derry City and Strabane District Council, I look forward to participating in all of the Chinese New Year events that are taking place right across our city and district, and I want to take this opportunity to wish everyone a very happy and prosperous Chinese New Year.
Thank you, Mayor, for that. Northern Ireland has, of course, a rich history of migration. For thousands of years, from ancient times, people have been crisscrossing this island. Our own Chinese community came here in the late 50s and have made Northern Ireland and the Northwest their home. Two big government strategies outline the work that we do: the racial equality strategy and also Together Building United Communities. This latter strategy has four focuses: children and young people, our shared community, our safe community, and of course, our cultural expression. SIPAC and Chinese Welfare believe that culture is not something just to be held by the Chinese community, but it is to be shared. And with this respect, we are very thankful for the support we have received from our majority communities. We think it is fitting that now we let you experience some lovely music that is performed by our majority communities.
好多謝德利市長嘅致辭啊！我哋一直都相信華人同埋本地社區多方面嘅交流十分之重要㗎。咁呢方面咧就同 TVB 嘅多元文化融合宗旨不謀而合。跟住落嚟咧，我哋會有一啲本地文化嘅表演節目。首先咧，我哋欣賞一下傳統嘅 Outer Scope 表演。
From the Music Service for Pipes and Drums, Happy New Year to everyone at the Chinese Welfare Association, NI.
As we walk in fields of gold. So she took her love for to gaze a while upon the fields of barley. In his arms she fell as her hair came down among the fields of gold. Will you stay with me? Will you be my love upon the fields of barley? We'll forget the sun in his jealous skies as we walked in fields of gold. See the west wind move like a lover's soul upon the fields of barley. Feel the sun in his jealous skies when we walked in fields of gold. You remember me when the west wind moves on the fields of barley. You can tell the sun in his jealous skies when we walked in fields of gold. When we walked in fields of gold. When we walked in fields of gold.
Was an English teacher, I once had to teach the word cute. And the word cute is a very difficult word to communicate. In Chinese, it means you could love them. So, but I thought saying that something is cute is something that you want to squeeze or that you want to eat. Now, I'm not suggesting we eat our kids, but there is a cuteness alert coming up as some of our kids from the Northwest send us their Chinese New Year greetings.
跟住落嚟咧，我哋有一班非常可愛嘅小朋友為我哋帶嚟新年祝福嘅。
新年好呀，新年好呀，祝贺大家新年好！我们唱歌，我们跳舞，祝贺大家新年好！
每条大街小巷，每个人的嘴里，见面一的句话，就是恭喜恭喜，恭喜恭喜恭喜你呀，恭喜恭喜恭喜你！
祝大家新年快乐，恭喜发财，身体健康。万事如意，恭喜恭喜！
恭喜发财，我们搬来。
过年好，过年好 ，Happy New Year！
新年快乐，恭喜发财！
祝大家新年快乐，恭喜发财，身体健康，万事如意，恭喜恭喜恭喜！
恭喜發財！祝大家身體健康，萬事如意，笑口常開。
And of course, we've got to give a big thank to all the mummies and the daddies who got their kids to perform. Northern Ireland has many strategic links to China. In fact, our two largest cities, Belfast and Derry, Londonderry, are twinned with two cities, big cities in northeast China. For the city of Derry, it is the city of Dalian. And of course, over the last few years, there's been a lot of bilateral exchange between the two cities. The vice mayor of Shenyang, which is down the road, has sent his greetings to all the Chinese community across Northern Ireland. And we thought it would be appropriate to include his remarks.
頭先嘅小朋友好可愛啊，都要多謝喺幕後勞苦功高嘅爹哋媽咪。咁跟住落嚟咧，我哋有沈陽市長為大家帶嚟祝福㗎。北愛爾蘭同埋中國咧，其實有相當之多嘅交流同埋商業往來。中國嘅東北城市咧，大連更加係有姊妹城市嘅關聯㗎。
尊敬的张美芳总领事、麦库布理事长、黄伟成会长、各位侨领朋友们、女士们、先生们，大家过年好！很高兴能在中华民族的传统节日春节，以视频形式给大家拜年。借此机会，我谨代表沈阳市人民政府，对北爱尔兰华商总会新春招待会的举办表示 热烈的祝贺，向长期以来关心支持沈阳经济社会发展的北爱尔兰各界朋友致以诚挚的问候和新春的美好祝愿。过去一年，面对突如其来的新冠疫情，北爱尔兰华商总会各位侨领多方努力，筹措并捐赠我市2批防疫物资，在抗疫的关键阶段，为沈阳战役提供了有力支援。对此，沈阳人民将铭记在心。贝尔法斯特与沈阳结为有成5年来，两市在智慧城市、高端制造、生命健康等领域交流合作不断深化。中国医科大学、贝尔法斯特女王大学联合学院已经培养出大批的优秀毕业生。沈飞集团与庞巴迪公司 Q400飞机机身合作项目成效明显。2018年，全国友协中国国际友城联合会向贝尔法斯特市颁发了对华友好城市交流合作奖，充分肯定了沈阳与贝尔法斯特市合作的丰硕成果。北爱尔兰华商总会作为当地最大的和最具影响力的侨社，对推动贝尔法斯特与沈阳的交流合作发挥了积极作用。对于华商总会在发扬中华文化、服务北爱华人、华侨等领域取得的显著成绩，我们深表敬意。2020年，沈阳市克服疫情冲击带来的不利影响，统筹推进疫情防控和经济社会发展，经济保持平稳运行，地区生产总值实现了正增长。当前，疫情尚未结束，抗疫仍在继续。我们坚信，寒冬阻挡不了春天的脚步。沈阳市将深入贯彻习近平新时代中国特色社会主义思想，抢抓“十四五”开局的先机，充分挖掘市场潜力，着力构建服务国内国际双循环的战略支点。2021年是中国的牛年，牛象征着拼搏实干，让我们携手同心，以九牛爬坡、各个出力的奋斗姿态，共创沈阳与贝尔法斯特全方位合作的美好未来。祝大家新春快乐，身体健康，阖家幸福，万事如意。謝謝各位。
好啦，跟住落嚟就有萬眾期待嘅重頭戲出場啦。咁跟住落嚟咧，我哋有瀋陽雜技團嘅表演嘅。瀋陽雜技團係中國雜技外交嘅重要文化使者，喺國際上面咧都有相當之高嘅聲譽嘅。曾經咧去過好多個國家同埋地區訪問演出。
The Shenyang Acrobatic Troupe was established on September 11th, 1951, and it is an important cultural messenger of China's acrobatic diplomacy. It has an exceptional international reputation and is visited more than 70 countries in the world. This show now we're going to show you is the first of two, a thrilling performance, 3 different items, Bamboo Grove Ninjas, Umbrella Dance Acrobatics, and Shooting Star Kung Fu. I hope you will enjoy it. Well, it goes without saying, don't be trying that at home. And we will have some more Shenyang performances later on.
小朋友記住喺屋企嗰度唔好模仿啦，佢哋都係受過專業嘅訓練㗎。等一下嘅時候，我們會有更多嘅沈陽表演。我哋等一陣間咧會有更加多嘅沈陽表演節目㗎。
Well, it's time for you to wipe away the popcorn from your face. And we're going to turn the camera on you guys because we're going to shake things up. So wherever you are in the house, the living room, the kitchen, hope for nowhere else, snuggled up in bed, we're going to shake things up a bit and we're going to give you a chance to participate. So remember to have your Zoom set to speaker view. We're going to be playing a little song and once you see yourself on the camera, then give us a thumbs up, blow us a kiss, do what you have to do. Okay, we're looking forward to that. So remember, when you hear the music, just keep your eyes on the screen and if you see yourself, then you are on camera. Enjoy.
跟住落嚟咧，我哋有一個觀眾互動環節㗎。當嗰個鏡頭咧看住你嘅時候咧，你記住喺鏡頭前面同大家揮下手打招呼或者跳下舞喎。咁記得咧要打開嗰個 speaker view 對住鏡頭。等一下的時候，我們會有一個觀眾活動的，所以請你把鏡頭打開，然後都是你的時間表演啦，所以你可以跟我們揮揮手打個招呼，然後可以也跳個舞。又係我。
Okay, that's good. That helped to stretch the arms a bit. Okay, now we did promise some more of our locally produced music. We've got a lovely Irish-Scottish medley here performed by Seamus O'Lara Sr. and Brendan Poppleston, and it's followed by some lovely Irish dancing by the Ballinafire Irish dancers.
第一陣間咧，我哋仲會有好多嘅音樂活動表演嘅。跟住落嚟咧，我哋有精彩嘅愛爾蘭音樂同埋舞蹈表演。
I belong to Glasgow, here on Glasgow town. There's something with Glasgow, for it's going round and round. I'm only a common young working chap, as anyone here can see. But when I get a couple of drinks on a Saturday, Glasgow belongs to me.
Well, one of the very sad thing for lockdown for parents is that kids are not at school. And one of the happy things for kids is that they're not at school. So we thought we need to give you some education. So we want you to figure out what is the difference between a lion and a dragon, because that's what the next video will be about. Enjoy.
之前嘅時候咧，我哋就睇過舞獅啦，但係過年嘅時候咧，我哋都唔可以缺少舞龍㗎。咁樣舞龍而家咧就要出場啦。
Hello, my name is David, and in Cantonese is Ga Sing. With Chinese New Year fast approaching, I'd like to tell you about Chinese dragons. These hold special significance in Chinese culture. These mystical creatures are said to control the water, rain, and the storms. In Asia, dragons are a sign of strength, power, and good luck. A long time ago, China had powerful men called emperors, and they would wear silk robes with dragon motifs woven into the fabric. Many depictions of Chinese dragons show a pearl under their chin or claws. The pearl is associated with spiritual energy, wisdom, prosperity, power, immortality, thunder, or the moon. Chinese art often depicts a pair of these dragons chasing or fighting over the pearl. There are 4 major dragon kings, each representing 4 large bodies of water around China: East China Sea, South China Sea, Lake Qinghai, and Lake Baikal. To this day, dragons are a very important symbol in Chinese culture, so much so that in Hong Kong, where my family is from, our skyscrapers and high-rises have enormous holes built into them, and we call them dragon gates, to allow the dragons that live at the top of the mountains to fly through them, so they can have unhindered access to the sea. There's a district in Hong Kong called Kowloon, and this means 9 dragons, as there is a mountain with 8 peaks and one right next to it, where the 9 dragons sleep. So I hope we've learned more about Chinese mythology, and I would like to wish you all a happy Chinese New Year.
Well, that was a look back over the last 20 years of SIPAC, and I have to say, we have all stood the test of time pretty well. I think I still have the same tie that I'm wearing today. Anyway, enough of that. It's time for us to again get off the sofa and do some stretching and enjoy some Tai Chi.
呢個時候咧，我哋都睇到西北過去咁多年嚟提供嘅服務同活動啊。頭先你有冇睇到自己喺嗰一相入邊咧？我就睇咗幾次西北之寶 Jessica 喺入邊嗰度啦。咁跟住落嚟咧，我哋有太極，大家咧不妨跟住去鬆一下筋骨，活動一下。
Well, sadly, we're coming to near the end of our show. We've just got 2 more items left before our final song. This is a very funny song called Gongxi Gongxi, which means congratulations. It's a very addictive song, and it's one of those songs that if you take it to any classroom in Northern Ireland and present it to the kids before the lesson is over, the kids and the teachers will have the song will have got into their head. So really enjoy this Gongxi Gongxi, and please feel free to sing along at home, but keep your microphone in mute, please. Thank you.
好，提醒小朋友啊，學舞我哋強身健體，唔係愛嚟打交㗎。咁跟住落嚟咧，我哋有新年嘅經典金曲 恭喜恭喜！咁我哋可以一齊跟住唱。咁如果咧你唔想我哋聽到你嘅歌聲嘅話咧，就繼續閂住嗰個鏡頭去啦。
Well, that was Gongxi, Gongxi, Gongxi. And I think you'll be hearing that in your sleep tonight. And you may have noticed as well, with Chinese, there is some Latin alphabet, and that is what Chinese children and also people who are learning Chinese, that is what we use to kind of get a head start into trying to get the language. We have only one more performance from Shenyang, two more displays, some urn balancing, and also the Diabolo. So we're looking forward to seeing that from Shenyang.
聽完恭喜恭喜之後咧，接嚟我哋有更加多瀋陽白鼻團嘅精彩表演㗎。
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've been a very good audience, but I'm afraid it's time for us to say goodbye. Just to remind you that once the recording is over, we will produce a link on YouTube, and we'd really appreciate you sharing that with your friends. In a moment, we're going to be playing our final song, which is called An Unforgettable Night, and we would encourage you to wave or to clap as we see the final song, hear the final song, and see the credits. Could I just say to you, not only want to wish you a happy Chinese New Year, but as we look forward to the next year, a hopeful new year as well. Stay strong, and thank you so much for being a great audience.
咁樣咧，我哋節目咧就差唔多嚟到尾聲㗎啦。咁我哋今次嘅預錄節目咧，我哋之後會放上喺 YouTube 嗰度同大家分享㗎。咁請留意我哋嘅網站，咁我哋就公佈嘅時候咧，我哋會放上去。咁跟住落嚟嘅時候咧，可以將你嘅鏡頭打開，同大家揮揮手。咁我哋喺度一路播送呢個節目嘅時候咧，我哋會將個鏡頭 zoom 去你嗰度㗎。
难忘今宵，难忘今宵。无论天涯与海角，神州万里同怀抱。共祝愿祖国好，祖国好。难忘今宵，难忘今宵。无论天涯与海角，神州万里同怀抱。共祝愿祖国好，祖国好。共祝愿祖国好，共祝愿祖国好。告别今宵，告别今宵。无论心有与故乡，明年春来再相邀。青山在，人未老，人未老。青山在，人未老。青山在，人未老。共祝愿祖国好，共祝愿祖国好。